Are you guys following Ifunanya's story? She's sharing a story on how her dad went to Nigeria after his retirement. He used to communicate with them, but after a while, they stopped hearing from him. So this lady decided to go back to Nigeria, and what she saw was a warfare. It was physical, spiritual, and battle warfare. This story is quite a long story for some of you that don't have the time to watch the whole story in her page. Let me summarize it here. Please, if you want to go back to Africa for your retirement, could be Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, please just know that people you left back home when you went abroad, they had changed people. They are no longer the same people you will meet when you return. Because this story is a wide eye opener for people that live in abroad to know how people back home sees them. According to this lady, she said that her father worked in New York City in those days. Now, when her father is done with American life, he was like, I'm tired, I'm retiring back home. Before he retired back home, the father has already built a house in the village, like some African people do when they left home. Now, the man decided that I'm done with this American life. Let me go back to my village mansion and retire. The father now left America for Nigeria. Now, when the father returned to Nigeria, they were in a good terms. They were speaking, they were talking on the phone. The man's retirement money is there, both the security, all those money, all the whole money mounted for $5,000 in a month. So with that kind of money, this man will live like a king in Africa. And this is the money she used to send back to his father back in Africa to live comfortable as his retirement money. Now, talking with their father for a while, they were in a good time talking until something happened. They stopped hearing from their father. So when they stop hearing from their father, they think that, oh, maybe because of network, maybe because of internet, all those stuff. Then after a while, she became worried that they're no longer communicating with their father. Then she now called most of his father's siblings. When she called some of his uncles and aunts, asked them about his father, some of them tell her that his father is okay, that he's perfectly well, just that they are in another location, their father is in the other location. After a while, she thinks that all is not well with their father. Even though that their father is in another location, why can't my father pick up his call? Why can't he call me? Because before they were talking when he left America. Now they were no longer talking. She decided to travel back to Nigeria to know what is going on there, because according to her, she said that she had these feelings that all is not well with their father. When she traveled to Nigeria, this is what she saw. She saw a huge tip of sand in front of his father's compound. And with this tip of sand, you can't have access to the compound. She now tried to narrow herself. That is how she bent herself to open the gate and enter. When she kept knocking, no one is opening the gate. The gate was locked. And she kept knocking. Before you know it, some of her aunts and uncle came out and they don't want her to enter the house. She was like, why can't you allow me to enter inside my father's house? What is the problem? Why can't I enter my father's compound? They were like, no, it's not possible. She now starts raising alarm. And that's when she starts making noise. A whole lot of villagers start gathering, both the youth and the elderly people. When they gathered, still this uncle and aunt, they refused her to enter the house. Her own father's house, not that the house belongs to his uncle or aunt. Now the villagers were like, this is a taboo, this is abomination in our community. You cannot deter a child to enter his father's compound. That is her right. Now, still they refused her to enter until when they now involved the police people in the case. That is when they were granted access to enter the house. They searched for the man, they cannot find the man. Then the aunt and the uncle came up with this topic that their father is in Abuja, that the man is not here. He's in Abuja with their uncle that stays in Abuja. So when they were like, are you sure? But according to Ifunanya, she said that deep down in her, there is these feelings that comes, that she feels that her father is not in Abuja. So she now insists that Why can't I talk with my father? Let me be sure that my father is in Abuja, because it has been long she stopped hearing from his father. At least he wants to have this feeling. Let me know if my father is alive or he has been unalive. When they called the one that lives in Abuja with the father, the claimed uncle that lives in Abuja with his father, the man claimed that, oh yeah, your father is here. Just that I'm in another location in the Abuja and your father is at home. When I get back home, I will give him phone so you can talk with them. Still, deep down in her, she didn't believe that his father was there. She was like, all right, some people were all like, until one old woman said, my daughter, your father is in this house. And that is how she started pushing. Can I check the house? Still, his aunt and uncle refused them to search the house. And the villagers were like, we are in the compound already. What else can deter us not to see the house? Look around inside the house. Is there anything fishy? So, because with the influence of the police, the elderly people and the community people, because all of them were angry, because when they were involved, still this aunt and uncle refused them to enter until when they invite the police. Now, they opened the house. Looking around the house, the first person they saw is this man lying down on the floor, very sleep, very malnutritious. In fact, this man looks sick. In fact, he's nearly to unalive. It was very terrible. It was very pathetic. I saw. Well, like, why this man in this condition? A man that received $5,000 every month is in this condition. This money can make him to live like a king in Africa. So why is he looking unkept, ill in this manner? Now, they have no option than to bring vehicle and took the man out. The emotional moment for me was when she called her father, Daddy, do you still remember me? The man said yes. And, everything was very emotional. And the same man that they claimed that he don't want to go to America, and the daughter told her, you will come to America, right? The man said yes. See, this story reminds me that we should be very careful. If you are not living in Africa, just know that those people are seeing you as a poverty elevation scheme. Just know that the way you left them is not the way they are. They have changed. Hardship have changed their thinking. They think that the only way for them to succeed is to collect the one you have. Please, it doesn't matter who they are. It could be your uncle, it could be your aunt. Besides, people that sell people these days are your people that you knew. You know them from your childhood. This is how this man ended up leaving Nigeria. In fact, the episode is up to 9 episodes. There is a whole lot of episodes, and it was very dramatic and physical, a lot of things, because they nearly fought this lady. They fought her, not they nearly fought her. And this now is a message for people that live in diaspora. We know that some of us are not comfortable. We feel that, oh, I really want to come back home and feel home. Yes, home is home, but you should be very careful with people home. Those people, they are into something else. And remember, please, don't retire in your village. Even if you want to retire, there are some urban areas in Nigeria or in Ghana, in Africa, wherever. There are some urban areas. Those developed areas, you can just have house there, live there. It's more better to live in an urban area than to live in the village. Because those people, you are very close to them. But when you live in a developed city, honestly, no one knows you. You are living as if you are living in abroad. Because most people mind their business. But here you are living with people that knows you, they know your whereabouts, they will want to collect from you. They are entitled to you. You see? So please, when returning back home, be very careful. Now, who know man? Let them they sell them. Alright, if you have watched up to this moment, thank you for watching. You're beautiful. Bye-bye.